Math Magic 1. Textbook in Mathematics for Class 1, Chapter 7. Measurement. Page 93. Longer, shorter.
This page is divided into 3 parts. Each part has a question and 2 pictures inside a rectangular box. Part 1 contains a solved example.
Part 1. Solved example. Picture 1 shows 2 pencils. Pencil 1 is short. Pencil 2 is longer than pencil 1. Word shorter is written below the pencil 1. And longer is written below the pencil 2. Picture 2 shows 2 ladders. Ladder 1 has 6 steps. Ladder 2 has 4 steps. Word longer is written below the ladder 1. And shorter is written below the ladder 2. Question 1. Tick and identify the longer.
Part 2, Picture 1 shows 2 leaves. Leaf 1 is small. Leaf 2 is long. You have to identify the longer leaf. Picture 2 shows 2 brooms. Broom 1 has longer handle. Broom 2 has smaller handle. You have to identify the longer broom. Question 2. Identify the shorter.
Part 3. Picture 1 shows 2 ropes. Rope 1 appears to be as long as you are. Rope 2 is almost of the same size as your arm. Identify the shorter rope. Picture 2 shows 2 similar sticks. Stick 1 has 5 sections. Stick 2 has 4 sections. Identify the smaller stick. Page 94. Longest, shortest.
This page is divided into 4 parts. Each part has a picture and a question.
Part 1 picture shows 3 red chilies. Chili is a small red or green cone-shaped vegetable that has a very hot taste. Chili 1 is as long as your middle finger. Chili 2 is as long as your ring finger. And chili 3 is as long as your little finger. The word longest is written below the chili 1. And shortest is written below the chili 3. Question 1. Tick and identify the longest.
Part 2 picture shows spoons. Spoon 1 is as long as your upper arm from shoulder till elbow. Spoon 2 is as long as your arm from shoulder till middle finger. Spoon 3 is as long as your palm. You have to identify and tick the longest spoon.
Part 3. Picture shows 3 corn cobs. Corn cob 1 is as long as your arm. Corn cob 2 is as long as your palm. Corn cob 3 is as long as your middle finger. You have to tick and identify the longest corn cob. Question 2. Tick and identify the shortest.
Part 4 picture shows 3 sticks. Stick 1 is little longer than you. Stick 2 is as long as your arm. Stick 3 will reach your waist if kept on floor. You have to identify and tick the shortest stick.
Page 95. Taller, shorter.
This page is divided into 3 parts. Each part has 2 pictures and a question. Part 1 question is solved as an example. Let's become familiar with the animals shown on this page. Animal 1. Giraffe.
The giraffe is an animal with a very long neck, 4 feet, and a short tail. It speaks like
Animal 2. Swan.
a swan is a big white bird with a long neck, and it lives near water bodies. It speaks like. Let's begin reading page 95. Part 1, Picture 1 shows one adult giraffe and one baby giraffe. The word taller is written beneath the adult giraffe. And shorter is written beneath the baby giraffe. Part 1, Picture 2 shows two men. First man is taller than you, and the second man is as tall as you. The word taller is written beneath man 1, and shorter is written beneath man 2. Question 1. Tick and identify the taller in the given pictures.
Part 2, Picture 1 shows a chick and a swan. You have to tell which one is taller, the chick or the swan? Picture 2 shows a cow and a calf. Calf is baby cow. You have to tell which one is taller, cow or the calf. Question 2. Tick and identify the shorter in the given pictures.
Part 3. Picture 1 shows a cat and a dog. You have to tell which one is shorter, the cat or the dog. Picture 2 shows two plants. Plant 1 is as tall as you are, and plant 2 is as tall as your arm. Question. You have to tell which one is the shorter plant. Page 96. Tallest and shortest.
This page is divided into 4 parts. Each part has a picture and a question. The first 2 parts are solved as an example.
Part 1. Picture shows 3 houses. House 1 has 3 floors. House 2 has 2 floors. And house 3 has 1 floor. The word tallest is written beneath house 1. And shortest is written beneath house 3. Part 2. Picture shows a tree and 2 plants. Tree is much taller than you are. Plant 1 is as tall as you are, and plant 2 is as tall as your arm. The word tallest is written beneath the tree. And shortest is written beneath plant 2. Question 1. Tick and identify the tallest.
Part 3 picture shows a hen, a swan and a chick. You have to identify which one is tallest, the hen, the swan or the chick.
Question 2. Tick and identify the shortest. Part 4. Picture shows 3 clowns. A clown is a performer who wears bright clothes and makeup and makes everyone laugh. Clown 1 is shorter than you. Clown 2 is as tall as you are. Clown 3 is taller than you. You have to tick and identify which clown is the shortest. Page 97. Thinner, thicker.
This page is divided into 3 parts. Each part has 2 pictures and a question.
Part 1 is a solved example. Part 1, Picture 1, shows the picture of 2 girls, each wearing the hair in a plait or braid, which is also called choti in Hindi. Braid of girl 1 is as round as your finger, and braid of girl 2 is as round as your arm. The word thinner is written beneath girl 1 and thicker is written beneath girl 2. Braid of girl 2 has more hair and hence it is thicker than braid of girl 1. Part 1 Picture 2 shows 2 thread spools. A thread spool is a small cylinder on which lot of thread is wound around. Spool 1 has more thread and spool 2 has less thread. The word thicker is written below spool 1. And the word thinner is written below spool 2. The spool with more thread is thicker than the spool with less thread. Question 1. Tick and identify the thicker.
Part 2 Picture 1 shows 2 brooms. Broom 1 has less sticks and broom 2 has more sticks. You have to tell which broom is thicker, broom 1 or broom 2. Picture 2 shows 2 tree trunks. Tree trunk 1 is as round as your arm, and tree trunk 2 is as round as your tummy. You have to tell which one is thicker, tree trunk 1 or tree trunk 2. Question 2. Tick and identify the thinner.
Part 3, Picture 1 shows 2 arrows. Arrow 1 is as round as your arm. Arrow 2 is as round as your finger. You have to tell which arrow is thinner. Part 3, Picture 2 shows two ropes. Rope 1 is as round as your arm, and rope 2 is as round as your finger. You have to tell which one is thinner. Page 98. Thinnest and thickest.
This page is divided into 4 parts. Each part has a picture and a question.
Part 1 and 2 are solved as examples. Part 1 picture shows 3 books. Book 1 has more pages than Book 2 and Book 3. Thickest is written beneath Book 1. Book 2 has lesser pages than Book 1, but more pages than Book 3. Book 3 has lesser pages than Book 1 and Book 2. Hence, it is the thinnest. The word thinnest is written beneath Book 3. Part 2 picture shows 3 paper rolls. The word thickest is written beneath roll 1 and the word thinnest is written beneath roll 3. Roll 1 has more paper than roll 2 and roll 3. Hence, it is the thickest. Roll 3 has lesser paper than roll 2 and roll 1. Hence, it is the thinnest.
Question 1. Tick and identify the thickest pencil. Part 3 picture shows 3 pencils. Pencil 1 is more round than your middle finger. Pencil 2 is as round as your middle finger. Pencil 3 is lesser round than your middle finger. You have to tell which pencil is the thickest.
Part 4 Question. Identify the thinnest brush. Part 4 picture shows 3 brushes. Brush 1 is as round as your middle finger. Brush 2 is as round as your arm. Brush 3 is more round than your arm. You have to identify which brush is the thinnest. Page 99. Heavier and lighter.
This page is divided into 3 parts. Each part has 2 pictures and a question.
Part 1 is solved as an example. Part 1, Picture 1 shows a weighing scale. A weighing scale is a machine that is used to measure or compare the weight of objects. On one side of the weighing scale, a pumpkin is kept, and on the second side, a tomato is kept. The side with the pumpkin is at a lower height than the side with a tomato. The word heavier is written beneath the pumpkin. And the word lighter is written beneath the tomato. Part 1, Picture 2 shows an elephant and an ant. The word heavier is written beneath the elephant. And the word lighter is written beneath the ant.
Part 2, Question 1. Identify and tick the lighter. Part 2, Picture 1 shows a shirt and a lock. You have to tell which one is lighter, the shirt or the lock. Picture 2 shows two LPG cylinders. Cylinder 1 is smaller than cylinder 2. You have to tell which cylinder is lighter.
Part 3, Question. Identify the heavier. Part 3, Picture 1 shows a kite and a charkhi with manja. Charkhi is also known as a spindle. And is usually made of wood or plastic. You have to tell which one is heavier, the kite or the spindle. Picture 2 shows two fishes. Fish 1 is as big as you are. Fish 2 is as big as your palm. You have to tick and identify the fish which is heavier. Page 100. Heaviest and lightest.
This page is divided into 4 parts. Each part has a question and a picture.
Part 1 is solved as an example. Part 1 picture shows 3 watermelons. Watermelon 1 is as big as you are. Watermelon 2 is as big as your arm. Watermelon 3 is smaller than your arm. The word heaviest is written beneath watermelon 1. And the word lightest is written beneath watermelon 3.
Part 2 question. Tick and identify the heaviest. Part 2 picture shows a big drum of water with a tap, a thread spindle, and a bucket of water. You have to tell which one is heaviest.
Part 3 question. Tick and identify the lightest. Part 3 picture shows a hammer, a bookshelf full of books, and a frog. You have to tell which one is the lightest, the hammer, the bookshelf, or the frog.
Part 4 question. Tick and identify the heaviest. Part 4 picture shows a thermos, a water bottle, and a bucket full of water. You have to tell which one is the heaviest.
Page 101. Measurement.
This page has 3 pictures.
Picture 1 is solved as an example. Picture 1 shows a girl measuring the book open in front of her with her hand span. The book is 3 spans long, is written beneath this picture.
Picture 2 shows a boy measuring the table kept in front of him with his spans. The table is dash spans long. This is written beneath this picture. You have to measure your table with your hand span and fill the dash.
Picture 3 shows an empty big box in square shape. You have to trace your friend's hand span in the box. Page 102. Measure.
This page has 4 pictures. Each picture has a question. Picture 1 shows a girl measuring the table with her hand span. Question 1. The table is dash spans long. You have to measure your table with your hand span and fill the dash.
Picture 2 shows a girl measuring the length of her pencil with her hand span. Question 2. My pencil is dash span long. You have to measure your pencil with your hand span and fill the dash.
Picture 3 shows a girl measuring the blackboard with her pencil. Question 3. My classroom blackboard is dash pencils long. You have to measure your classroom blackboard with your pencil and fill the dash.
Picture 4 shows 4 boys playing gilli danda in a park. One boy is shown measuring the distance using the danda. There is no question with this picture. Page 103.
This page is divided into 3 parts. Each part has a picture. Part 1 picture shows a boy measuring the carpet with his feet. The carpet is 10 feet long. This is written beneath this picture.
Part 2 picture shows a girl measuring a mat with her feet. The mat is 6 feet long. This is written beneath this picture.
Part 3 picture shows 2 boys standing near a tree. And another tree is shown at a distance from tree 1. You have to guess the distance between the 2 trees.